Hey folks, Joe here again. It is Friday afternoon and it's time for our once a week Flyers Friday chat. Let's see now. Currently the Philadelphia Flyers are at 4-6-1 for 9 points. They have a minus 10 plus minus rating. They are 7th in the division now, tied with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Actually, they're listed as 6th, tied with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And they've won 3 of their last 4 games. So let's chat a little bit about it. Over the course of the last week, they played 4 times. They played last Saturday, October 26th. That was a 7-5 win over Minnesota. Sam Ersson in goal. They got the win, but they want to allow less than 5 goals per game, obviously, but they still got the win. I'll take the 2 points. Following day, Sunday, October 27th, that was a 4-3 loss to the Montreal Canadiens. That was the NHL debut for Alexei Kolosov. That was a losing effort. He made some good stops. He also let in 1 or 2 that maybe he should have had. Kid's 22 years old, so his first time playing an NHL game. I'm willing to cut him a little slack to see what he can do once he gets a few more games under his belt. The third game they played in the past week was on Tuesday the 29th. That was a 2-0 shutout win over the Boston Bruins. Sam Ersson was in goal for that one for Philly. He looked fantastic, and Jonas Korpisalo for Boston also looked fantastic in that one. But Flyers eked out the 2-0 win. Played a little better defensively. They got the goaltending. And then last night, October 31st, Flyers got a 2-1 win at home over the St. Louis Blues. Again, Sam Ersson in goal. So 3 wins in 4 games. Ersson in goal for all 4. To this point on the season, goals scored per game for the Flyers, they are averaging 2.7 goals per game, which is 23rd in the National Hockey League. A week ago when we did this, they were at 2.29 goals per game, which was actually 29th in the league. So slightly more goals per game, 2.7 versus 2.29. But last week they were at 29th overall. This week they're actually at 23rd overall. So we'll take that. Goals against per game, they were at 3.7 goals against per game, which is 27th in the league. You want to clean that up. But that said, a week ago they were at 4.43 goals allowed per game, which was dead last in the league at 32nd. So that's an improvement. Power play is at 20.5%, 16th in the league, so that's right in the middle. It was a week ago, it was 11th best in the league at 24.1%. They dropped a little bit in the last few games. But remember, last year they were at 12.6% on the power play for the entire season. So they're still much better on the power play than a year ago. Penalty kill, they're at 87.8%, which is 4th best in the National Hockey League. I'll take that anytime. A week ago they were at 89.7%, which was 2nd best in the National Hockey League, even better. But still 4th best. I'm not going to complain about that. In goal, we have Sam Ersson, who's played in 8 games, 7 starts, came in relief in the 3rd period in 1 game. He now has a 4-2-1 record, 273 goals against average, that's improving, and 897 save percentage. Ivan Fedotov, who's played 3 games, he was pulled in 1. He has an 0-3 record, a 535 goals against average, and 821 save percentage. Not great. Alexei Kolosov, only 1 game played, as mentioned. An 0-1 record, that was a loss. 4.14 goals against average and an 835 save percentage. I want to see him in goal a few more games before we make any calls on how he's going to pan out for them this year. So that's the goaltending. The points leaders to this point: Travis Konecny, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. Matvei Michkov, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Owen Tippett, Joel Farabee, and Sean Couturier are all next, tied with 6 points. Change up my papers there. Goals leader is Travis Konecny with 5 goals. On the plus-minus side of things, Ryan Poehling and Emil Andre are both +2. They're the team leaders on the plus-minus. Remember, the Flyers overall, to this point in the season, after 9 games, have a -10 rating overall. There's not going to be a lot of plus guys yet. But Ryan Poehling and Emil Andre, +2. Morgan Frost, he's at -11, and Igor Zamula at -10. Our schedule for the next 7 days, beginning tomorrow, Saturday, November 2nd, it's Boston, Philly at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On Tuesday, Philly's in Carolina for a 7 p.m. start against the Hurricanes. Next Thursday, Philadelphia will go to Tampa Bay to play the Lightning at 7:30 Eastern Time. And on Saturday, a week from tomorrow, Philly's in Florida to play the Panthers, defending Cup champs. That one's at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we've got Boston, Carolina, Tampa, and Florida. No real easy teams in there. Boston's looking beatable. We beat them a few days ago. Carolina, that should be a good game. Tampa Bay and Florida, those are both going to be a good challenge. Look forward to all 4 of those games. Of note, the 3 wins in their last 4 games in the last 7 days. It was Sam Ersman in goal for all wins. Only 1 goal allowed in the last 2 games, and there was a shutout in there for Ersman, so he's looking good. The question mark is who's going to step up to take the backup role for Philadelphia. Is it going to be Kolosov or Fedotov, or are the Flyers going to end up having to look for help elsewhere? You make a trade, get a veteran guy in there to help out. I wouldn't worry about it too much yet. Fedotov, he's new to the North American League. Last year he played in 3 games. I think only 1 start. And this year he's been in 3 games. And Kolosov, of course, only has 1 start. Let's give him a bit of time, see if either of them can step up before we hit the panic button. There's no pressure on the Flyers to make the playoffs this year. We just want to see some good hockey and see their young guys develop. Matvei Michkov, the 19-year-old Russian rookie, he continues to impress, but he's still got a little work to do to clean up the defensive end of his game. He's never going to be a penalty killer or a grinder, but there's a few things that I think Torts wants to see him clean up, and that'll come. On defense, Emil Andres is being recalled from the AHL, the Phantoms. He's looked pretty good for them. I'm liking what I see there. There's Ryan Poehling. He's generally a 4th liner. He's been looking really good this season so far. I've been very impressed with him. Now, last night in the game against the St. Louis Blues, Ryan Poehling decides to do his Connor McDavid imitation. Yeah, he takes the puck from inside his own blue line, and he skates through 4 of the St. Louis Blues players, gets right in front of the goal, in front of Binnington, off to the left. Nice pass across the crease, in front of the crease, over to Garnet Hathaway, who buries a really nice one, and you can see the reaction from Garnet Hathaway. He's like all over Poehling on this one. It was an amazing play. This is very impressive from Ryan Poehling. He continues to impress me. He's never going to be the first-line player, but he's got some offensive ability there too. Good penalty killer, good checker, good all-around player, very dependable. Their 4th line a lot of the time has been Laughton, Hathaway, and Poehling, which has been really good. Laughton spending some time at 3rd line center lately. We'll see how that goes. He was brought up to the 3rd line from the 4th line on the wing when Jetchenko went down. We'll see how things develop. But the Flyers were off to a slow start this season, but this past week, 3 wins out of 4 games. I'll take that any time. I think I have somebody at the door. Anyways, we're going to wrap this up and get ready for the following week. We'll talk to you soon.